So that is us back at New Douglas Park for today's game. Accies take on Morton. Team lineups out. New boy Vertanen gets a debut. We're pretty sure he's sitting in the midfield despite being given number 2. Mullen, who came in on loan from Livy yesterday, he's on the bench. It's a much stronger squad than what took on the start of Wraith. David Templeton, Andy Ryan and Lewis Smith all start up top, so a strong attacking lineup. It's just a little bit confusing defensively, whether we'll see a back 3, 2 wing backs, whether we see a back 4, and Scott McMahon played more further forward. We don't quite know how that's going to line up, but it's fair to say the atmosphere's improved. People are a bit more buzzing about the day, myself included. Let's just hope we can pull off a result, get the first 3 points in the league. Let's go. Please welcome the teams and Ryan Accies, Hamilton. 35 minutes gone here, not a huge amount to discuss really. Hamilton been dominating the possession and being the better team. A few half chances, shots from outside the box, some nice play at the edge of the box, but not really been able to threaten the keeper really, other than Andy Ryan's shot from the edge of the box. Vertanen in the midfield has made a difference, by the way. Just his presence, going up for the headers, he's put in a few decent challenges. He's been tracking back to both wings as well, which is interesting. He looks a decent player so far, but not a huge amount so far in this first half to actually talk about. Just like that, after St Hamilton were the dominant side, Morton make it 1-0. Long ball over the top, Ugwu gets on the end of it. Sean Watt not quick enough to track back, he brings it down, finishes it into the bottom left hand corner. Accies, after dominating the game, find themselves 1-0 down again. Honestly man, we need to make this pressure count because we've been the better side. They've had the same again, they've had one chance and they've taken it. Fuck. Well, Accies now, Morton 1. About 10 minutes to go now and Accies just like, we've got no ideas, we've got no creativity left in, as it looks like. You know, players are picking the ball up, putting their heads up and thinking, you know, what have I got on offer to us? And as we were just saying, expectations kill you. You know what I mean? We came in expecting a comfortable win. I predicted 2-0, David predicted 3-0. Don't get me wrong, Morton have got all the men behind the ball, but we can't break them down. We're putting useless crosses into the box and no winning the second balls, and it's really, really disappointing because we've got Mullen on, Redfern on, Templeton on, Ryan on, McDonald down the right, McMahon down the left, and we're really struggling. If this is our best team struggling to break down Greenock Morton today, then it's very worrying, very worrying. Full time here, Morton 1, Hamilton 0, and as I just said in the video you've seen previously, just got to the point at the end of the game we had no imagination. Players are picking the ball up, picking their heads up and having nobody to pass to. Morton had 11 men behind the ball for the majority of the game, and then when they went down to 10 men, do you know what I mean, we were never going to break them down. We were getting pushed to crosses into the box that we were never going to win headers for. David Templeton did all he could, he won every foul he could possibly give, but we just couldn't win the headers in the box, and so disappointing by the way. I was just saying to David, it reminded me of that phrase, all the gear and no idea. We had all the players we could possibly need on the pitch. Andy Ryan, Marlon Redfern, David Templeton, Josh Mullen came off the bench, and we still couldn't break them down. So poor today, and I don't really know what else to say, man. Really disappointing. Really disappointing, and it puts us in a horrible position now, you know. 1 point for 2 games. You know, I guess a team that you saw before the game we were all confident we would be able to beat and couldn't do it, so really disappointing.
The way that the Morton approached the game is something we probably should get used to maybe in this division. Is that maybe a bit of a surprise how we kind of didn't have the ideas in the second half and something we adapted?
Yeah, I think you're right. You know, the team that it's happened against there in the cup as well. They got the goal and sat in and found it a difficult to break down. But like I said, Ryan and Templeton, we didn't think we'd have 90 minutes in them, but because we were chasing the game, we had to keep them on. You know, where we are at this minute, but we need to keep the back door shut. And we said that. You know, we've sucker punched ourselves. We beat ourselves today. Beat ourselves today with one ball over the top that we didn't defend. You know, because we've plenty of ball, we've plenty of possession. or 2 or 3 chances before they score, and we don't take them, they score, and it gives them something to hold on to, which they did.
What's your thoughts on Nico Vertanen's debut? Again, he looked like he kind of took the game with the scruff of the neck. And
I thought he'd done really well until he tired in the last 15 minutes, but that's to be expected. He's only played a couple of bounce games. I thought he'd done really well, gets his tackles in, screens in front of the back four, and I think he'll be a good signing, the lad.
So what parts of the squad are you hoping to improve then, just before the transfer window
Still looking for
closes?
strikers. Still looking for strikers.
I've been thrown in at the deep end and kind of expected to get fit, and obviously I think from what the Rice was saying, you weren't expecting to do the full 90 today, but how are you feeling getting kind of match sharp again?
I feel fine. At the end of the day, I'm not going to put my body in the line. If my manager asks me to play 90, I'm going to play 90. Kind of player I am, kind of person I am. But I feel fine, just feel a wee bit leggy near the end, but hopefully that match sharpness will come.
I think from a fan's perspective, obviously remembering you for your first spell, you can see you've definitely matured and your game's totally different for the first time you were here. I think if anything you're that kind of nuisance striker that we've been lacking for a long time. Do you feel you're better equipped to be the #1 striker at the club?
Yeah, as I said, I think there might have been I don't know, but there might have been a few question marks coming for League 2, making up to the Championship, but that was kind of my decision. To try and work and stuff outside of football. But as I said, that's why I came here. I came here to be the #1 striker. I didn't come here to sit on the bench. You know, as you said, I'm older, matured, and I think my game's matured, and hopefully I can help. As I said, there's one of the more experienced ones in the squad, and hopefully I can help the younger ones.
If you're interested, you've definitely changed a lot of opinions to what you've seen as well. So keep it up.